What's up, Nerd Report? This is Lewis here, and I'm going to be talking about the Casey Anthony documentary on Peacock. Uh, Casey Anthony, Where the Truth Lies, but did the truth lie? what an ironic, what an ironic title, right? Let's talk about it after this. What's up, Nerd Report? How you doing, guys? So yeah, we've been covering this Casey Anthony case a little bit. We had a little bit of a what do we have? We had a recap of the goings ons, the things that happened. A little bit of a refresher of memories in case you are not familiar with the case. We have oh, check it out. We got a raid from Popcorn Planet right off the bat. So I want to say what's up, Popcorn Planet. Thank you so much for the raid. And let's see the hearts for Andy Signor and the Popcorn Planet community for the continuous support all the time, brother. Thank you so much for that. And I encourage everyone because yesterday we had an exclusive interview, and let me pull that interview up with someone very interesting that was part of the case. Rob Dick, who was he's actually a bounty hunter now. He was with Casey Anthony while she posted bail, and in my opinion, he knows her better than a lot of people, maybe even the detective, because she was not being videotaped, and we know or we suspect that she's a good actress. And stuff like that. Want to thank everybody who's become a member and stuff. Everybody watching right now. Have you seen the documentary yet? Casey Anthony, Where the Truth Lies. That's what I'm going to be reviewing that right now for you all and give you my thoughts. I wrote a few notes here, and I'm going to share them with you. So you don't have to watch the show. After this. All right, here's the deal. This was introduced as an interview with Casey Anthony, right? Unscripted. And I'm going to tell you right off the bat, I feel it is scripted because there's music to set the tone, not only in the trailer, but there's music, sad music. So sympathetic music, music that has sympathetic tones as Casey is saying her story. And I'm going to use her story because it is her story. It's it's not, well, probably not what really happened, but there you go. In my opinion, this is meant to put her on a nice light. Sure, you had a detective or two say they don't believe her, but there's obviously a production value to the show, and it is a show. They look where Casey's working now, where they look into where she's living. There's a lot of vanity involved, in my opinion. There's a lot of she's kind of all the stereotypes that, or all the stuff they mention about her, worried about her looks, her appearance, more than her missing child. Okay. Right off the bat, I don't like the fact that there was a soundtrack behind her narrative, because that is setting up a mood the director wants you to feel. for anybody, for or against her. So an interview is an interview. There's no audio during interviews. There's no jump cuts. So the documentary starts off with basically going to visit her, showing Casey where she lives, and she has a roommate. It looks like Florida. I'm not exactly sure what is up with that. Thanks for the super sticker, Disa. Thank you so much for that. Thanks for the support. And what you see in the trailer is pretty much the beginning, and you see a lot of obvious her demeanor changes when the interview starts. As soon as they say, action, there's a lot of how's my hair, and then as soon as the action starts, there's a serious face, like, oh, feel sorry for me. There's one thing I will say that, look, what I saw was an hour. I don't know if there's another part to this. They said it's a 3-parter, but it has very little Casey Anthony. It's mostly a retelling of the events of what happened during 2008. The stuff we went over on our video yesterday. So that video is up if you guys want a retelling of the case. It's pretty much most of it's stuff we already know. There's no like big revelation, but there's a lot of kind of victim, like, I'm a victim, I have anxiety, I have trauma. For Casey, Casey has trauma because of what happened, what is it, 14 years ago, whatever. They show her in her, she's a photographer now. She's walking around by the beach. She's taking pictures. She's working out. You could tell she's got biceps. She's now covered the tattoo. She's expanded on it. But from what I saw, you couldn't see exactly what the tattoo said anymore. Like, it didn't say Bella Vida. I'm saying it in Spanish, but it's in Italian for beautiful life. That tattoo is pretty much covered with a bigger tattoo on the shoulder, left shoulder, and she's wearing a tank top. So she's walking around exactly like Rob Dick told us she is, worried about perception, not worried, in my opinion, about losing a daughter. There's complaining about her family, mom and dad, not helping her, that she's found another group of people that she works with as a detective. What's up, Jody? What's up, Jody? Jody's Corner, my favorite, reviewing the Casey Anthony documentary on Peacock. So there's a lot of that. She's pretty much, the time she was on screen, she's pretty much blaming others, right? Her how she was brought up, and stuff like that. There's a lot of painting the dad as a bad person and the mom less of a bad person, right? The only thing I did kind of see is like the parents aren't exactly 100% normal. That I did see per the documentary, but I've never really seen them for a long period of time. So maybe that's how they were directed, the way the direction of the show was to put them in a bad light. I don't know. I have to do a little bit more research. There is following Casey Anthony around her house, and there's emphasis on how her and her new employer and family that's taking her in, they pray before eating. So she's religious right now. There's emphasis on that. There's music over it, which leads me to believe it's like a PR stunt, right? there's stuff. They also feature John Allen, who was a detective during the trial or during the investigation, and he's 100% sure she's lying, right? She's 100% sure this is all play acting. All this is consistent. There's not much change, in my opinion, of what we knew of Casey Anthony from all the years ago. Okay. It's pretty much that. This documentary is not well made. It's not well made. It's kind of hating it. It's a poor man's, it's not well made. First of all, they're advertising it as it's a Casey Anthony's going to speak out. So it's like, where is she? I'm looking at my clock. She's not really in there as much, but they do emphasize that she's holding the memory of her daughter. She has pictures. She has a lot of memories of her. Everything's framed. You know, the x-rays when she was pregnant, a lot of stuff showing that she can't let go of the past of her lost. That there's a lot of emphasis on that. So, but this guy, the detective John Allen, and I'm sure Julie, who's watching right now, knows a little bit more about him, I'm not buying it. And then he recalls her lying about Universal Studios. Ironically, Peacock is Universal. So now Casey does work for Universal because I don't know. I'm hearing she got paid. I don't know. Maybe she did. Maybe she didn't. It's very the documentary is very padded, ladies and gentlemen, without without her in there. Casey Anthony's not in there that much. There's a ridiculous point, like when I'm talking about how this documentary is kind of they try to get in touch with her boyfriend at the time, and they couldn't get a hold of him. So his name was Tony Lazarus or something, Lazarus or something like that. So they can't get in touch with him, but they get in touch with his former roommate, and they have Casey Anthony's roommate ranting about Casey Anthony's like, what? I don't care about this guy. I don't know, just me. So it's like a friend talking about Casey Anthony. It's like, all right, dude. There is a friend. This was a bizarre moment during the. This was the most bizarre thing I saw during the documentary, in my opinion. Is they had a friend of hers featured on there, someone who knew her since high school, that is 100% sure Casey is innocent. All right. She's 100% sure Casey Anthony's innocent. No doubt. The only thing that would convince her that Casey Anthony is not innocent is if Casey Anthony said, I did it. But then literally like less than a minute after that she has that statement, she actually says or talks about how Casey Anthony is a compulsive liar through high school or whatever when they knew each other. What? What the hell? Is there something in the water in that area? How could you say someone's been dishonest all their life and then wow. Okay. Just wow. There's a bizarre so they have a scene where like Casey Anthony's being interviewed and she's in her car. And it's just bizarre. Like the angle is bad. There's music behind it trying to over dramatize everything. So let's see. Let's see what else I got there. Okay, so here's the part where like it gets a little deeper, and I think there's people reporting on it. She is blaming her father for R-ing her when she was a kid. So there's a lot of blame towards the father. And from what I understand, the father is watching this currently and is ready to sue her ass. I think he should do it. So there's a lot of like, I was R'd when I was a kid, and it's almost like she's making excuses. But why would you have the need to make up excuses if you're innocent, right? I was R'd, so I did this to my daughter. Very weird. And then she has another tattoo, a tattoo like over here. I didn't even see what it was on the inside of her arm. I was bored at this point with the interview. I had nothing, the documentary is boring. And it's an FU to the parents, to the family. So, and another revelation that I got from her was there was a question we brought up yesterday. Is we don't know. Let me see. Yeah, we don't know who the father was, right? We don't know who Kaylee's father was, and she says she was a product of the R when she was 18. She was R'd when she was 18. And that is where Casey came from. Now, look, she didn't call the police because apparently she's saying now, disrespecting the memory of the child even more, if it's not true, that Kaylee was a product of an R. Didn't call the police then. Didn't call the police when she was missing. But called the police when someone threw water at her a few years ago. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. She got into a fight with someone at a bar over a guy, a boyfriend. They were fighting for a dude or some dumb thing like that. And as soon as she threw the other lady threw water at her, she calls 911. But for the R and the missing child, you're not doing 911? And now Peacock is doing this fluff piece? Cancel that streaming service, man. I am. This is an look, even if I didn't have a bias, I'll tell you right now, this is an F documentary. It's false advertising. Well, the only true part is the truth lies, like it's lying, but there's barely any Casey Anthony in it. And it's not unscripted. And outside of that, it's poorly edited. It's poorly edited. And it's boring. And it's nothing we haven't seen done better before. It's a recap of the events. Now, if you want a better recap of the events, watch the video Julie and I did with Rob Dick yesterday. We actually did a better job than Peacock. So Peacock, if you're watching, I can sell you that video and stuff. I'm not going to show the trailers or anything or any pictures from there because I don't want to get demonetized again. And then because that video was actually oppressed by the algorithm because reasons they said it was limited. I don't know why, but I give the documentary an F for ethics, an F for editing, an F for acting, an F for structure, and ultimately a documentary is supposed to be storytelling. No storytelling, wasn't intriguing at all. All things we've seen before, again, done better. Looks like it was shot on a 2005 camera. There's Thanks, Amy. Great live stream last night with Rob Dick. I'm gonna post the link to that after you guys can watch that. What more could I say, ladies and gentlemen? What more could I say? F- on this documentary. I'm gonna have you guys call in right now. If you guys want to ask any questions or add to this topic in particular. I'm happy that we're starting early today. I like the early stuff because then after the stream, we could just move on with our day. And if you guys want to watch the recap, you can do it. Yeah, let's get the likes up, y'all. All right, here we go. I'm just pissed at Casey. Yeah, man. I mean, and we see this over and over again, is these people that are accused of this, they're blessed with beautiful kids. Because she was a beautiful kid, man. Kaylee was a beautiful kid. She didn't deserve that. Didn't even live her life. And look, what is it, 2 years old? Let's be real. Anyone who's raised kids, those years are kind of like goo goo gaga years. There's not much speaking and stuff like that. It's mostly just, and Casey Anthony's making it seem like all these events happen during this. Not too many events happen those first 2 years. It's mostly like crawling, learning how to walk, but she's making it like an epic story, almost like she's overdoing it about how close she was to the child. And I'm calling bullshit. There is, and I'm gonna get this out of the way because there's a lot of people here. There's a lot of similarities between her mannerisms and Amber Heard's. But I will say this: don't compare Amber Heard to her, because what she did is 100 times worse. Okay, but they're both bad actors. Although Casey Anthony kind of shed a tear. And so Amber Heard couldn't do it. What up, Julie?
How you doing, Lewis?
How you doing? Did you watch the documentary or no?
I only got 20 minutes into it. I got sidetracked. So I do have to finish watching it. However, I want to touch on something that you said and that you noticed, and that was definitely the tattoo. She had the Bella Vita on the back of her shoulder that she got during the time Kaylee was missing. And as soon as I saw when whoever was interviewing her saying, well, what is that tattoo? I immediately knew that's the shoulder where Bella Vita was on. And so I had to like really go up there and look, and I was like, I'll be damned. She covered that up.
Mm-hmm.
And that was, another typical Casey moment. And yeah, John Allen, he's another good guy. And if you saw too, the documentary did reach out to Yuri, like I reached out to Yuri, and Yuri had no comment, and he obviously had no comment for the documentary as well. The people that, and I told you this yesterday during the stream, it was Cheney Mason, who was co-counsel to Jose Baez. He is the one who arranged Casey to live with his friend, that private investigator, in a gated community. And if you saw when they were all sitting around the table getting ready to eat, Cheney Mason was the gray-haired man. That was co-counsel, her co-counsel during the trial. I agree with you. It's definitely softballed, no doubt. But I do want to finish
watching.
I want to watch. Yeah, I'm going to watch all 3 episodes because I would like to pick apart This in the 20 minutes now, which I've already picked it apart. I've already written down questions for Rob for when he comes back. So so I've got that happening. It is so disturbing, and she's delusional. There's no doubt. I mean, I hope that they play all of the conversations during the time she was incarcerated, because it really gives you an open mind. I mean, you can see into what her personality is really like.
Rob Dick has the best insight on that. I'm sorry. I'm going to keep batting up for him. You're not going to get her. Look, here, I can't emphasize this enough.
Mm-hmm.
You saw part of the documentary. As soon as the cameras went on, her demeanor changed.
Mm-hmm.
Most of these interviews we have with the lawyers and not the lawyers, the investigators and everything, there were cameras on.
Mm-hmm.
When she was with Rob, there were no cameras on. That's what I want to see.
Right.
That's the real her. So again, underrated Rob Dick. But guys, a quick call to arms. I need you guys to please do this. If you guys look, this is what we're doing on the report. We're trying to up our game. Okay? For you. But we need all 300 people here watching to help us. We cannot do it on our own. And I'm going to ask right now if you all could go to our Twitter, Nerdlecca, and retweet this right here. I'm going to show it to you right now, because YouTube is oppressing our videos because no one's doing this coverage, and no one's doing it as good. And I'm telling you, it's not because of me. It's because we have a good team. Julie, AJ, Brandon, Amy, Andy, Steph, Kim, everybody is coming to people on the comments. Be nice. Everybody, and more. You guys are doing an excellent job elevating this channel, but they don't want to give you the props. We're giving you a voice, okay? So please head over. I think your mic, you're hitting the desk. It's coming into the.
Sorry.
That's okay. So I'm dropping the link to retweet before I get some calls here. Dropping the link. Please retweet this video right now so we get some people here. And I don't know if you know, last night's video where we didn't say, it was like a Brady Bunch video. We didn't say anything wrong. We did everything by the book. It got limited as far as monetization is concerned, which means limited viewership. Julie, I was having trouble seeing this video when I would even look up Casey Anthony. They were oppressing our video. So this is what I want you to do. Retweet, quote tweet, and like, please. We got 6 likes. It's amazing. Thank you guys for that support. And I see everybody did it. If not, go on Facebook, go on everything. The force is with us.
Absolutely. And, we need it for sure. We've got a great community, and, I love you guys, and I love the support, that you showed us yesterday. Yesterday was nerve-wracking for me.
Yeah, because it was your first interview, but you did a great job and stuff. I knew you would. You probably did better than you thought, because I knew you would, and you have faith in yourself as much as I have faith in you. So, hey, all good.
Thank you, Louis.
If you don't have Twitter, you could do Facebook. You could do whatever. You could call someone right now on the phone. Go on Nerd Report. It's really good. Oh God. But
it's free. It's free.
What's up, Brandon? How you doing?
What's up, man? How's it going? Yeah.
Did you watch the documentary?
Huh?
Did you watch the documentary?
I didn't watch the documentary, but I talked to Julie, and I saw the stream last night, and that's way more informative than any documentary. That is.
Well, flattery will get you everywhere, bro. What is your opinion on what you know about Casey Anthony right now?
My opinion has. I mean, I remember seeing it when it happened, and she's always seemed guilty to me. I mean, how can you sit there in a trial and that happens to your child, and just keep that face, like you were saying, that little stage face? You know, it's
Yeah,
just
but and then Brandon and Jules, like, here's the deal. I thought this documentary was supposed to show us something different. I know you guys haven't completed it, but it's everything I know already. There's no, like, the only thing I got new was like she's claiming, you know, her child was a product of R. Okay, and
That's new. That's new. She's never said that before.
and it's a disrespect to the kid, man. It's a disrespect. It is it's further crapping on her daughter. I'm
Mhm.
sorry, in my opinion. Guys, do you agree with me? Because I don't believe that. I don't. She didn't call the cops for the R. She didn't call the cops when the daughter was missing, but she called the cops when a competing girl against her boyfriend threw water at her at a bar. F off, you.
And just so
AJ,
you know, that was just a few months ago. That
Mhm.
wasn't a few years ago. That incident only happened a few months ago. That's a brand new incident.
Right. AJ, what is your opinion on this?
Oh God! First of all, Julie,
Mhm.
well done.
Thank you.
I've been on this case, and I think this was brilliant, and I think you really done well by getting this guy. And Lewis, well done as well.
Well, Julie hooked up this interview, but another thing I gotta say is I'm gonna step it up too because I can't let Julie get all the good interviews. It's just not possible. Yeah, it's all about me only. Okay, this channel is all about me. I want
Yeah.
all eyes on me because
Oh,
here's the deal.
True,
AJ.
it's your channel, of course.
No, but you took some sting because here's the deal. When you walk into this channel, all eyes on me. All eyes on me. When I walk into a club,
Julie,
all
you
eyes
should
on
get
me.
your own. You should
All
get your
eyes on me.
own channel.
And look, if you're just tuning in, this is a serious conversation, but we have fun with it. You know, we
Yeah, I mean, you
a
can't.
little bit, not
Even
with the
though
situation, but we have
it's
fun as a
really
channel.
bad. Yeah, if it's when it's really bad, sometimes laughter can a bit of laughter. It's good. Anyway, I wanted to ask you and Julie if I can use a bit of your clip when I do my
100%. It's good
true
with me.
crime.
It's good with me, Julie. What do you think? Yeah.
I have no problem.
Yeah.
And if you would in fact,
Give us
I'm
credit.
going to drop the link in the chat. If you would also post Rob's website,
Yeah.
I would greatly appreciate it, as well as Rob would. And it's on my other laptop.
And the
Denise,
mods
I
that are
think
there.
Denise or Brandon, Denise, if you have Rob's website, the Human Factor or whatever, I can't remember what it was called. If you would
Human
please.
Hunter.
Oh, there it is. Thank you
doing it.
so much, Denise. Thank you. Yeah. So if you're gonna show our video, by all means, do that for Rob as well. And
Yeah, I will show. Obviously, I won't show all of it, but I'll show the clips.
AJ, listen, I don't mind if you comment over the entire interview personally. I know you're going to give us credit for it. It's all good. It's an honor. Just anyone watching right now, I'm going to tell you right now, go ahead and give us the credit for it so we could get more people on here. And we're going to return the favor, AJ. I know you're going to have some great stuff going on your channel, and you would definitely let us talk about that as well. So, good, AJ. We're happy for that. You know what I mean?
Because I got really bummed out when you said it was limited.
Yes.
So I don't think Julie saw my thing when I said, "Do you want me to say it on my channel?" So that's why I said I'll do the story on
Yes.
my
Oh, no.
channel as well.
What is
I
the
And
name
didn't
of your
know.
channel, real quick?
my channel, okay, my channel is AJ Glam. That's it.
Nice.
And also, I know we're talking about Casey Anthony,
Yeah.
but there's a case. It's sort of a case. It's called it's a colored girl. She's called Shanquilla.
Shanquilla,
Mhm.
and yes, she was uh
In Mexico.
Yeah,
she was
that's the
okay.
one.
Yeah, her
Yeah,
so she
it's
ended real quick. She went on a trip with her friends.
Yeah.
There was a tragedy where she's not with us anymore. And allegedly, according to her friends, she had too much to drink. Okay. And the authorities in Mexico, I forgot what they said happened, but now video has popped out of allegedly her receiving blunt force trauma
Mhm.
with a broken neck. And
Wow.
stuff.
and
Go ahead.
and spinal as well.
Yes. So
And spinal and apparently we don't know yet. Allegedly, there's a second tape, a
yes, I heard
second
that one.
recording showing the final ending of this poor girl.
Yeah, ridiculous.
And there's arrest out. So I hope she does get the justice, and it's really, really horrible what they've done to this girl. And they said to the parents that she was drunk. No. This is not right. This is not right. So anyway, I'll let you get on, and
Thank you very much, AJ Glam.
thank you for letting me to use your video. And as soon as I do it, because I'm on a bit of a break right now because of this Quentin Simon case has really done a
Yeah,
thing on
Quentin
me.
Simons. There's a lot of. It looks a lot like Casey Anthony.
It's really, really sad.
Even to the point where, like, hey, my son is missing. Let's go out partying. It's like, what the?
Oh my
hell?
God! Yeah, I mean, it's been confirmed. It is his remains that's been found. It's really, really sad. I mean, when I see and hear that, I go, people, please hug your children, love them, take care of each other. You don't know when your day is up. Take
That's
life
true.
every day like it's a new one. I mean, please. And I mean, these Idaho forced slayings as well.
Yeah.
It's just, it's very sad.
Well, we're gonna get into those at Nerd Report. So, guys, stay tuned, and we're gonna cover, other stuff as well. But AJ Glam, thank you.
Okay. Anyway, everyone, take care of yourselves. Love each other. And if you see something, say something. Bye.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Real quick, everyone. I want to thank you because the Patreon is the way to go. To sustain Nerd Report full time, we need to get the Patreons up. We have a few tiers available. I'm going to drop the link in the comments. We have 29 Patreons. Exclusive videos are going to drop pretty soon. I got a high def camera ready to do some exclusive interviews and content for you all. We are one away from 30. We have 29 Patreons. Who will be number 30 for Christmas? I would love for you all to become a Patreon. Right now, the link is in the comments. Let me share that with you all right now. This will ensure us to continue with guests, some solid stuff. I was able to help Julie get a nice little setup right there. It's looking very good. So I'm trying to give back. And then, we have Brandon as well, who is actually he's actually volunteering and submitting articles for everyone. So he's doing amazing. Brandon, thank you. I want to thank you very much.
He's been a great help to me as well.
So we have 29 Patreons. If we could get it to 30 today, it would be amazing. There's different tiers and stuff like that, and you're gonna get a special shout out soon. And also, you can support the channel with Cash App, Super Chats, PayPal's.
Yes, drop all that stuff and love
Yeah.
it. And also, like, if you do Patreon, so can you do like a DJ night or something like that?
Ah,
Where you just
well,
spin?
something's
Patreon.
coming for that. Something's coming exclusively for DJ night
Mm.
and stuff. Kathy, thank Kathy Bates for becoming a new member. Thank you so much for that. You guys are awesome. As a matter of fact, there's Nerd Report is going to be 4 things. This channel is going to be doing, continue with the coverage, true crime, special guests, current events, maybe some stuff, some topics are a little, over the top with celebrities and everything like we've been doing.
Mhm.
We also have Adventure Nerd. What is Adventure
Yes.
Nerd? Adventure Nerd is, and it's only 300 subs there right now. We need 1,000 to get it right. Is we have my homegirl Daisy, who's done a few videos live from Vegas, walking Fremont. Soon we're gonna do that in LA and on Adventure Nerd. Walk Hollywood Boulevard, look at the stores, walk inside Disneyland, the parks, Universal Studios, Knott's Berry Farm. We're going to be covering all that, so you guys can see firsthand what's good if you come on vacation. Also, Julie has stepped up. She's like, you know what? I'll do some Florida. So that's also in the works.
I'll do Texas.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Texas.
And
I
we
love
have
that.
an event next week on this week, Sunday, Lewis. Can I plug it?
Yeah. What is the event?
The event is our very own Amy Goodhart. Her brother Victor is screening his movie Thrust at 7 p.m. in Port Richey, which is Tampa Bay area. And we are having a meetup, myself, Paige, Juan, Andy. I'm not sure about Zayden and Gina. I think they may come as well. And maybe we could do something with that.
Maybe you better.
Oh, you're going to have to teach me. I don't know how, dude.
Well,
I'm
do
new to
video.
this. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, our
And
tickets
also,
we got our
Lisa
tickets.
Grayson, the Grayson Report. She
Grayson
does some
Report as well.
great
Grayson
stuff.
Report is up and coming. She's doing hikes, but she's going to step up the action soon. She's going to be doing some. I've donated some equipment to her so she could actually do live streams, and she has anxiety, and you guys have really helped her to deal with that. Now,
we
as
love
far as-
Lisa. We love her.
yeah, she's awesome. I think she represents a certain hello. She represents a certain demographic that people can relate to because she's shy in a way, tomboyish, and this is all stuff, she's cool with us saying. She's a little weird. She likes to be weird.
That's why we love her, right?
But when
Yeah.
she's on video, she comes out. And speaking of Adventure Nerd, Daisy is the one right there. She's been doing there's videos right now of her going on an adventure. But I gotta say this: she needs a minimum of $30 in donation just to pay for expenses. So
Okay.
if you guys send me a PayPal and put Daisy, I will send it to her, and then I'll give it to her so she could pay for parking and gas to get to Vegas to Strip, and she could go on again. It's not that much, and then she'll treat you. So we have Daisy right there. Beautiful Daisy. What's up, Daisy? And stuff. And Shelly always supporting the channel.
Awesome.
Thank you so much. Just to say hi, and I hope you have a great day. We're having a great day, Shelly. Anytime we could talk to you all, anyone who's here, and all the great support. We're blessed. But Brandon, you talked about music, right? So
Mhm.
let me share this real quick because I like a lot of things, man. That's my
Same
so we
here.
have here a channel called Rave United, as in raving, which is clubbing and dancing. Rave
Mm,
United, and that's where the music goes.
okay.
And I'm going to show it to you right now. I really don't promote this channel
I was just
But-
going to say, how come I'm hearing this for the first time?
Yeah, drop that link and subscribe, everybody. I mean,
Yeah, it's right there. 176
I'm gonna do it right now.
people right there. I'm gonna see. He's got all this. Lisa's actually DJing in one of these. I have interviewed-
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, how exciting.
yeah. So check Rave United out. If we get it to 200 likes, here I'm gonna try to mute this. Let me see. Okay, check that out. That's from Vegas.
Oh, that's when I was at Floyd Mayweather's club that night.
Check that out.
Chanel
Right.
Vital, welcome, Nerd Trooper.
Yeah, we'll get that right now. So that's Tiesto mixing, and that's from the channel. And there I am going nuts. With fans.
that's
Michaela
Michaela.
right there, her boyfriend, her husband. Lisa's right there. Let's see if we turn the camera. Lisa's just like taking it all in because she's a former rocker. So like the music's all new to her. So we have Rave United, guys. If you guys want to join there, if you like dance music, do it. If not, you're gonna be like, but the music is fast, the music is fun, and the music is energetic. So if you can't deal with that, don't go. But anyways, Canal, is it
Chanel.
Chanel.
Okay, Chanel, thank you for becoming a member. Nerd Trooper. Let's see the hearts for the Nerd Trooper. Newest Nerd Trooper. 240 people in the house. Now we did do a review for Casey Anthony, where the truth lies. Are they trolling us? Maybe.
True lies.
I think they are.
You can rewind that and watch that. So what do you think? Is the truth lying?
Her truth is a lie.
Well,
Yeah.
I can't say yet. I mean, I know what the truth is, but I haven't heard her truth out of her mouth yet. So I'm going to back off from saying anything, commenting on it until I actually see it for myself. Just the 20 minutes that I've heard, I'm not impressed. I think Lewis is 100% correct. It's a fluff piece. I think this was a way for her to make some money and try to get some sort of redemption, but that's not going to happen. Casey Anthony, if you are watching this right now, forget it. You did what you did.
Well,
I would
answer
have
this.
more respect. What can I please?
Yeah, sorry.
Because if you're watching, I would have more respect for you, girl, if you stepped up to the plate and said, yeah, I did do it. I don't know why, or I do know why, or whatever, but I did it. And I'm sorry for playing everybody the way I played you all. I'd have more respect for you if you did that. And if you did it, you can't be charged. It's double jeopardy. They're not going to charge you. So just own it. Own it, girl.
And honestly, I can piggyback on that. Do you think Nerd Report and Lewis and Julie and anybody here would ever lie to you? No, they wouldn't. Nerd Report brings the facts, the heat, the fire, the flame, because he's a Latino brother. And
Just
not
because
even
of
that,
Come on.
but he does it, I mean, speaks and shoots from the hip, and he's his own genuine person.
This is one of the few times I will not mute you. Okay.
I will. No.
So listen, let's do this. Let's do this. Casey Anthony, I actually do want to believe you because I don't feel like anyone is capable of killing their child. That is insane. I can't even think about it. Come on Nerd Report and tell us the truth. Not your story, not his story. The story. And I'm willing to listen because I am actually against a lot of people here. I want to believe you didn't do it because that is nasty stuff. And that is some Lucifer stuff. Okay.
Salacious.
That is amazing bad. So I'm going to lean on that. I want to cling on to that. A mother's not capable of that. I'm going to root for it. I'm going to, but everyone has their opinion. I did a poll yesterday and like upwards of 90%.
How many
said you're
people do we
guilty.
have in the house?
Yeah. So what
How
are we
many
doing?
people- How many people do we have in the house?
We have 240 people.
Out of the 240 people, I'm going to assume that the majority of you were here last night and you voted in that poll. After Rob was here, the people that think that she's innocent, did Rob change your mind? If you're here in the chat, I'd like to see some comments on that.
Well, I don't think people think she's innocent. I think they accidentally pressed the other button.
You think so? Do you really
But
think
again,
that?
I'm trying to reach out. I tend to believe that people aren't capable of that. So come on in here. We're not Universal. We're not going to pay you.
No.
We're not going to edit it.
Shelly,
are
come
gonna
on
hear you
in.
out.
Shelly Fitzgerald, please come in. I would love to hear why you think that. Please come in.
Yeah, come on in, Shelly.
Come in.
I will say this, Julie.
Mm-hmm.
Watching this documentary, I'd never seen the father interact with anything. It was a little weird. That family's a little weird.
Should I drop the StreamYard link?
I just did.
Okay, cool. Right on.
Shelly, the link for StreamYard is in the chat, so please join us. And you don't have to come on camera if you don't want to. You could just do audio. And believe me, I promise you, Shelly, I love you to death. I won't beat you up for your opinion.
No.
No, I won't.
But meanwhile, we have some new Patreons, and I want to say what's up. Thank you very much, Doreen, Mike, Lisa. Thank you so much for becoming a Patreon. Our ultimate goal is 1,000 Patreons, and that would be like, oh my gosh, like upgrade the studio, daily videos, everything. So keep them coming. That would be amazing to take care of everything. And I won't need to be asking you all to support the channel. They could ding the video, and it doesn't matter because you all supporting through Patreon. That's the thing. Chanel, super
Chanel.
sticker,
Chanel Vitale.
super sticker. Thank you so much for that. Hearts.
Yes, hearts for Chanel, everybody.
Yeah, Earth and Sky just joined the Patreon. Hearts for Earth and Sky. Thank you so much for that. Thanks for the super chat. Thanks for everything. Earth and Sky always supporting.
Pretty name.
I'm going to drop the link one more time for the Patreon. If we keep that going, keep that
And
going
Louis,
up.
you know,
And Janie Super, would you like to join us as well? I see that you've responded to Shelly Fitzgerald that you think that George helped her cover it up. Would love to hear what you have to say. So if you guys can join us, I think it'll be fun. Let's do it. Come on.
And also, like, that angle of being helped still means that you think Casey had something to do with it. I could be wrong, but you can call in and explain. I'm going to drop the link in a little bit. So get that going. Hold on.
Janie Super said that she would join. Brandon, can you
I dropped the link in the comments.
Yeah, okay. StreamYard's in the comment. There it is, right there. Janie, please click on that and come on in.
and also show love via Super Chat or StreamYard or Cash App. Anyway, enhance the nerd report, report.
Absolutely. Thank you, Daisy, for lurking and listening. We love when you do that.
Yeah.
She's
I have
already-
a little bit. I have an announcement as well. I love announcements, Jules.
Go ahead.
People are asking about the Telegram, and I appreciate you guys because I know you guys love the Telegram. We are working on something where everyone could meet and have a good time and talk to each other again. Unfortunately, Telegram allows trolls and people harassment of others, and so I don't see Telegram being a thing in the future. But when we do find that thing, we do have a newsletter, and if you want to know where we're at, as soon as it drops, there's a newsletter link I'm dropping in the comments for you all. So when there's big news or we have this awesome new place, we could all get together and have after shows. I don't know if the answer is Discord, because
I
that
don't know
I heard is a
Discord.
little weird as well, hard to navigate.
Maybe Rumble.
Rumble. We're on Rumble, but it's a video format.
Oh, never mind.
There is an option called the Bulletin, which would involve a bulletin board where we could all just talk all the time. But it does cost money. It would involve me putting purchasing a URL, and you guys could sign up and talk all the time. It's not really an app that I know of unless it was advanced, but yeah, there's the newsletter. D Nice has shared it. As we wait and see if anyone wants to come on in here and share their theory on the Casey Anthony story.
Shelly's having a hard time getting in on her tablet. So I told her to try her phone. I don't know.
I just signed up to that link right
You
now.
have to be on Chrome. Chrome is what's working the best. So, and also, ladies and gentlemen, I've also, just so you know, because that way you guys know what's going on behind the scenes. And I haven't even told Julie this yet. She's been talking to me, but last night, like real late, I invested in a program and a few things that guide the channel to have better titles, to have better thumbnails, to have better search optimization, so I could bring better quality overall for the channel. So that's costing a nice $50 or up to $70 a month. So I am reinvesting into the studio. It's not, hey, just go on Patreon because I want to eat cookies. So all this is to better the channel and stuff. Stream Elements just thanked someone. That's
Thanks.
Helen.
Oh, okay, cool.
so no one's coming in. I don't know.
Shelly said she's still trying.
Okay, Shelly.
Shelly is still trying. I have a question, Lewis.
Yeah.
You came on super early today,
Right.
which is fine by me, but I would like to know,
Why?
is this going to be, like, can you explain?
Okay, so let's explain that. I prefer to go early. So full transparency.
Yes.
As the president of Nerd Report. Okay. I want to go out and continue my workouts, to keep healthy. The reason I do go later is usually because I don't want to go on at the same time anyone in our community is going on. Usually Popcorn Planet does go on early, so I don't. It's not that I was told not to or anything like that. Out of common courtesy, I don't want to go up against any of our friends
Right.
or any of our community, right? And we do share an audience.
We do.
Andy usually starts like around 11. People are used to coming on here after. So he went on earlier. He had a poll of what people like earlier, midday, or later. I like earlier. So I do like the idea of coming on in here at 11 o'clock instead, getting the videos done,
Knocking it out.
giving you guys something to listen to, so then you have something to watch throughout the day, and then we could get on to our lives instead of like in the middle of the day having to go on and stuff like that. And I'm looking at it also as a fan of a channel. If I were not running the channel, if I was a fan, I would love to have all the videos ready, because what am I going to do in the morning? All the videos are up on YouTube. I don't want to listen to regular radio stations. I'll put on YouTube and listen to that while I'm in traffic or heading somewhere. But a lot of times we have to go to places real early in the morning, and our creators don't have content up. So I think it's a good idea to have the content up early. It's there, and it's something to listen to, something to get you throughout the day. I do like going on earlier. What do you guys think of that? But first, I want to read Gene Rick's super chat. Gene Rick, you're always supporting. Love you. Hearts for Gene. Love you, Lewis. Care about your content and community. Nerd Report, my favorite. There you go, Gene Rick. Jack Daniels. What do you think about early?
I like it.
You like it? Yeah.
I mean, it really doesn't matter to me, but I do like it early. The downside to early is, though, what if something breaks later in the day?
Then we
had to wait.
interrupt we
we do another one. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
So you're up to doing more than one stream a day if you have to.
I even
Cool.
think, yeah, all of them are on it. You know, they're on the news, on the nose, daily, morning,
Yeah.
noon, and night. And if something happens like today with Andy, he went live, he was going to report it
That
live.
was big news. He had to go live. Gene Rick, thanks for the PayPal as well. Thank you, Gene Rick.
Mhm.
Rock, Gene Rick. I wish you would have gone to our meetup here live in studio. So there's if you guys are just tuning in and going, where's the review? Well, it's here. You're gonna have to rewind it and stuff to check it out. I think I did pretty much a good summary. I gave you some plot details. Overall, once again, I'm gonna go over my review of Casey Anthony, Where the Truth Lies. I believe it's overall it starts off with establishing where Casey is right now. Then it goes into that she's just a regular person with music production and all. Then it proceeds to ignore Casey Anthony and kind of based on the first episode, recaps all the events. We've seen it all before. We've seen it better. And, you know, there's not much of Casey in there. There's not too many revelations. The bad acting's still there. The look at me, I'm cute kind of vibe is still there. You know,
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
that's all I could say. It's a poorly done documentary or whatever you want to call it. It's poorly edited, it's boring, and stuff. So I don't know.
Can I say that I applaud you and Julie for this, because you're one of the few channels that brings it to the forefront and, you know, goes full force and face the consequences. But also, Julie was so nervous yesterday, and she did great.
She's still nervous now.
I'm glad it's over.
I do appreciate you, because you're like, if anybody needs to feel confident and you're in the right place at the right time, Lewis will back you up. He's not a guy that will cower away, you know.
And
Yeah.
worst case scenario, we tell Rob something and then he gets pissed off at us and sends a bounty after us.
Someone asked me.
So we have somebody in here. We have Jamie. Is it Jenny? Super. What's on your mind? Hello?
Okay.
You're on Nerd Report.
Let's see. Yeah,
make sure you have your YouTube muted, okay?
We missed her.
Mm.
We lost her. We almost had a guest.
All right. Maybe she'll be back. Maybe she just had a technical problem. Remember how screwed up I was in the beginning? I still am.
What do you mean the beginning?
I love you too, Lewis. Not really. Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah. Oh, look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. Okay, big news. Is everyone watching? Press 1. This is big news.
Okay.
I just got a big news.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone looking? Press 1 if you're watching. Look at the camera. Look at the screen. This video is also not monetized and oppressed by the search engine.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, dude, listen.
Patreon.
All right, it's not. All right, it's not monetized. Then I'm free to say what I want to say. Correct? Because you've already lost out, right?
Well,
So
I can
can I
appeal
go-
it, but go ahead. Don't.
Okay.
This is what I will say, Julie. Don't stoop to their level. Don't give them what they want. I know you could come out with words that are more hit
No,
harder.
I'm not. No, I'm not going to use foul language. I promise you that. But what I am going to say, I was bothered by what happened yesterday, and people knew that this story was coming up, and I was gung ho on it, and it was something that I really was looking forward to. And Brandon knows, and he knows. And then that happened last night, and a little thing in my head said, "Was this a deliberate act?" You know, what did I say? What did Lewis say? We didn't say any keywords that YouTube doesn't like. So why did they do this? We didn't say anything at all today. And this
No.
is done. So I'm taking this personal. Yeah, I'm taking it personal. I really believe that there is a concerted effort.
Some operatives.
Thank you, Brandon. I know you agree with me. To purposely do this to Nerd Report. And I don't like it. And you all should be ashamed of yourselves. And that's all I'm going to say.
Not the people watching, but the people doing
No,
this.
no. Correct. The people that are doing this should hang their head in shame. To take the joy away, I can't.
Yeah, and look, I'm not going to stop reporting on this so they can shove it up their, their backside. Stuff. But again, unfortunately, I apologize again. If you want to support Patreon's there, I'm dropping the link again. Once we reach 1,000, you'll see me cut down on that asking. But this is the reason I ask, because YouTube has commercials they run on our videos, and that's a good way to keep the lights on, to keep the studio going. When we give good content, people watch, commercials run over it, so the advertisers pay for it. They pay YouTube. YouTube gets like 60%, more than 60%. We get like fractions. So, but we could deal with that a little bit. But this right here, they automatically think this video is bad and stuff. Originally, the title was going to be, did she commit the M word?
Mm-hmm. But
And
you didn't do
the
it.
entire word. And what did I do? I took that out of the title. I put M to be precautious.
Mhm.
And they still demonetized. They still limited this.
Yeah.
And they still did it.
I'm angry.
So Rumble is another alternative where, I'm sorry, they could say Rumble's the boogeyman, but we could talk about adult stuff there. And Sarah Kagel has sent another PayPal donation. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And stuff like
Sarah.
that. Hearts for you. My title is Casey Anthony, Where the Truth Lies Review. Did she commit M? The real title that I was suggested by our coach I invested in was the M and ER ending word.
Yeah.
But I decided not to do that because I didn't want to get dinged.
Michael Nothing, member for 5 months. Hi,
Thank you,
Michael.
Great guy.
He says Google Chat is free and has a group chat feature, maybe a good alternate.
Yeah, we'll send that to Julie or Brandon. And we'll look at it.
He knows how to get in touch with us. Thank you, Michael.
Michael.
And I also do not appreciate anybody treating Lewis like the boogeyman. He's not.
Yeah.
He is
No.
your man. He's here for you, and he backs you up. And
Yeah, well,
if he doesn't
that's
know
a
the
good way not to get
100%
you
facts,
muted from here, Brandon. Thank you.
At K-Bay says, sounds like someone or some people, Lewis, don't want you to succeed, which is very wrong and sick. K-Bay, that's an interesting statement you made there.
You know, we got Logan Paul or whatever Paul. One of them,
Jake.
they do some atrocious stuff here, man, and they still are on this platform with no repercussions. You know?
then you get
So
struck
weird.
and
Well,
say
guys,
offensive to me.
I hope you're still going to stick around with us. We're not giving
Ooh.
up.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
telling everybody out there, we're not giving up.
No.
We're not.
Press
You
one
wanna
if
bring
you're
it
on
on?
Rumble. If you're following us on Rumble, press that one button.
Shelly Fitzgerald says she needs the link for StreamYard again.
Okay, here it
she
is.
thinks she thinks she can do it now.
And then we want everybody to chant Shelly.
Shelly. And then D Nice, she's always so vigilant in dropping all the links she can. So I appreciate D Nice.
We're waiting for a guest who has a little bit of a different take than us. I think we're going to agree more. Than we think. See someone trying to get in, but it's not Shelly.
It might be Jamie Super again. Jamie Super.
Right. I want this as well. This is our Rumble, ladies and gentlemen. 200 people here. There should be 200 people joining our Rumble. Dropping the link in the comments as well. We get the Rumble to 800 subs. It'd be great. Every time they ding us, we send people to Rumble. You know what I mean? So it's a lot. We send people to Rumble a lot. We want to have a serious conversation, guys. Like, I don't know. How much more could I sugarcoat the titles and the way I speak? I think we got Shelly in here.
Good.
Let's see.
Maybe when you
Thumbs up, Shelly, if you're ready. Thumbs up if you're ready. I don't know if you can hear. Okay, thumbs up. Let's go right here. What's up, everyone? We would like to welcome Shelly to Nerd Report. How are you?
Hey, I'm great. How are you guys? Hey,
Doing
Jules.
great.
Hi, Shelly. How are
Shelly.
you?
I'm
Well, I
good.
want to
Hey,
thank you for
Brandon.
all the continued support you've given us on Nerd Report
Oh,
and
thank
stuff. And I know
you.
you appreciate us.
I really appreciate you guys. I look forward to hanging with you guys, you know.
What city are you in? Or what state?
I'm in Arcata, California.
Arcadia?
Arcata,
Arcadia.
way up north by Oregon.
Oh, I'm in Cali too, but I'm in the polluted area, the LA.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm in
So-
Humboldt County, so it's all the weed.
so
come
yeah,
back,
so we're talking about the Casey Anthony documentary here. Did you watch it?
No, I didn't watch the documentary. I watched the whole trial when they had the trial. I watched the whole thing, and I just think her dad had something to do with it. Just the way he was acting. He wasn't acting right.
I do agree with you that the dad is weird. I do agree with you that the little I've seen of him and the mom. And I am a believer that what is it? The leaves don't fall far from the branch.
Yeah.
The apple
Well-
doesn't fall far from the tree.
but did I just made up a new one. I just
so
made up a new one.
Lewis. It's so Lewis.
Same thing. And there were clues that the compulsive lying was not exclusive to Casey Anthony. So my question to you though, does she collude with the dad in your opinion?
I think so.
So she's guilty too.
I think they both are.
Hmm.
And I think that's why there's so much tension and she doesn't want anything to do with them.
he doesn't want anything to do with her.
Yeah, that's another thing. He
Yeah.
doesn't want anything to do with her. But let me ask you, the aggression she shows towards him, wouldn't he be afraid that she may just whistleblow?
Could be.
Yeah.
It could be.
But
Go ahead.
Shelley, did you follow this from the beginning?
The trial.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, did you follow anything prior to the trial?
No.
All right, because there's many recorded phone calls between her and her dad, and obviously the jail visits are automatically recorded and videoed. And
Right.
he begged her just to tell the truth. Now, unfortunately, I did not ask Rob this last night, but this is also something that took place in the house. The next time we have Rob come back on, I'll have it verified. There was an incident where George had a complete meltdown. And Tracy was staying in the house with them because she had to have somebody with her at all times. And he went into Casey's bedroom and dragged her out into the kitchen and demanded, "Tell us where she is. I know you know. Tell us. And Cindy broke it up and said, "George, leave her alone. She'll tell us when she's ready." Do you really think that that's a man that would cover up for his daughter?
I didn't know about that.
Yeah. It's
So
and he did go behind Cindy's back and do a recorded statement with the police detectives and said, straight up, he was a former homicide detective himself. I believe it was Ohio. In any case, and he said, "I know that smell. I know what it is."
The one that pointed it out.
The father, her
he
father
pointed it
said
out, the smell.
said to the detective, "Look, I'm not stupid. I know what that smell is."
the smell in the car. Yeah.
Yeah, he knew, and he said, "My wife does not know I'm here. If Casey is guilty, then she needs to be punished, but we need to get to the truth. My first priority is to find my granddaughter." And he admitted that he did not believe Kaylee was no longer alive, but Cindy wanted to keep that facade going. So I really don't believe that. I don't believe the man was heartbroken over the loss of that little girl. And
Yeah.
Cindy went into protect mode, control mode. And the dynamic between mother and daughter was not great. She always portrayed that she had a better relationship with her father than her mother. So, and for her to turn around during trial, none of this stuff came out before trial, but all of a sudden in the middle of the trial, Jose Baez decides that he's going to throw out that, she was emmed by him as a child and that her brother did it as well, as a child.
Yeah.
She has no relationship with anyone in her family. She does occasionally speak with the mother, but she does not speak with the brother. The brother has washed his hands of her because of what she's done. And
that reminds me, Julie, sorry to interrupt you, but at the end of the episode, she says that Kaylee's dad is not her dad or the brother.
Yeah. See?
She says that at the end.
Yes. And also, and of course we know that. We know that that neither one of them were the father of that child. but she said that the father of the child was killed in a car accident. She named one person. Oh, he was the father. He died in a car accident. Then she named another guy as the father, who also died in a car accident. One guy, I can't remember his name, was a prior boyfriend. She led him to believe that he was the father of the child, and he had a DNA test done, and he was heartbroken to find out he was not the father of Kaylee. So
Wonder if she even knows who the father
Did y'all,
is.
it's one
did
of
y'all
two
hear
things.
anything about George Anthony?
Mm-hmm.
Is George a player in this game too?
Dad.
He's the father.
Yeah, like he attempted to unalive himself.
That's right, he did.
So this thing's like so deep and twisted and convoluted.
George
Yeah.
tried to unalive himself.
He tried. Yes.
Oh wow!
Yes, it was. Yes, he did. It was a very he alcohol and pills in a hotel room. Yes,
Ooh.
and he was hospitalized and got mental health. Thank God. You know, he was destroyed.
Yeah.
He was destroyed by losing his granddaughter. He was destroyed knowing that his daughter did this. Cindy was out of control. The man lost his job.
And he was a good guy, right? And all intents
He
and
wasn't. He was an okay. Yeah, he wasn't perfect. No, he was not a perfect guy. He was an okay guy. You know,
It's just tragic all the way around.
it is. It is. It is very tragic. But let me ask you this, Shelley. You were here last night. You heard everything that Rob had to say. What was your takeaway with Rob?
I didn't hear last night.
Well, would you do me a big favor, please?
replay.
Will you
replay.
replay last night's stream and then come back on the next time we're here? And I would love to know what your thoughts were after hearing what Rob has to say.
Actually, that's a perfect
Sure.
time because I have the link in the comments, ladies and gentlemen. I'm dropping the link to that interview we did in the
Oh,
comments.
good.
So you guys could just click on that after we're done and stuff. But Shelley, we got another guest coming on in here. Is there anything else you would like to add?
Nope, that's it. And thank you guys for being here, and thanks for doing what you do.
Thank you.
Shelley.
you,
We're glad,
Shelley.
we're, glad
You're
we're
always-
able to give you something to escape.
Love you all.
Love you.
Always great
You.
support.
Good to
All
see
right.
you.
We have another guest. Jonah? How do you pronounce your name? I'm sorry.
Janie.
Janie, sorry. Janie, welcome to Nerd Report.
Hi,
hey,
everyone.
look,
Hi,
Brandon, don't
Janie.
make fun of the way you're so abusive to me. You make fun of the way I pronounce people's names, man. Oh my
He's
god.
getting back at you for always muting him.
Back in, yeah,
I'm gonna mute him right
that's why I
now.
get muted.
Could somebody please make a video of Brandon laughing at me because I mispronounce my own name at times? But anyways, welcome to Nerd Report. What's on your mind?
Oh yeah, I wanted to visit you guys for this topic because I watched the whole trial. I watched the Casey Anthony trial. It was over 10 years ago, but I remember it very clearly. And I wanted to discuss specifics about the evidence if anybody had questions, because I think a lot of people in chat probably aren't as deep into this trial as other people are. And so I wanted to offer my opinions and expertise. I followed this trial very closely back then.
Yeah, well, so have you watched the documentary?
So I came onto your video to get your opinion on it. I wasn't planning on watching it because I didn't want to give her any airtime. And I figured I would see the headlines anyway to see what she has to say. So I kind of wait until the headlines come before I decide to watch it. But it sounds like she's not giving anything new. I want her to really tell the story about what happened, but this is not the story about what happened. this is her accusing her father, George Anthony, again, of being responsible. And she's Kaylee Anthony's mother, and she's entirely responsible for her well-being. So I think George may have been involved, but not in the way that Casey was. I think Casey was responsible for her death. That's
Well,
my opinion.
I would like to explore what you just said, please. In what way do you think George was complicit?
I think both he and the mother, I forgot the mother's name,
Cindy.
I think they really tried to be good parents. I think they really tried to help Casey raise Kaylee. So I don't
That's
think
true.
that George and sorry, what's her name again? I haven't
Cindy.
thought about Cindy. I haven't thought about this in a long time, but I don't
Yeah.
think that they were bad parents to Casey. But I think what Casey would screw up a lot, I think they would cover for her. I think they were enablers to her
That's
bad
true.
behavior. And we saw evidence of her bad behavior, her daughter going missing and her lying to cover up whatever. Her lies, she actually lost some court cases for lying to the cops
That's
about that she worked at Universal Studios, and she never worked at Universal Studios. She
She
tried
kind of
to.
does now because she got paid for the documentary. So.
She didn't back then, and so she did. They did find her guilty of lying, and then she tried to pin the abduction or murder on a person named Zenaida Gonzalez, which the actual Zenaida Gonzalez that she tried to accuse sued her and won in court for damages. So Casey has proven herself to be a liar. Other people have called her a liar, and she's not telling the truth now either. So no, I don't plan on watching her interview,
But
unless she actually admits something. But yeah.
But Janie, you said twice now that you think that George was complicit in this, and you still haven't told me why.
Hold on real quick, because this is no report. We're at, bro.
What's
Armando,
going on?
I agree. I do suck.
Who said you suck?
But please stop stating the facts, bro. Everyone knows that.
They want
That's why we
attention.
But Armando, am I watching you or are you watching me?
Mm-hmm.
Who's the bigger fool? The fool. Never mind. Anyways,
the biggest
Armando,
lies are the ones you tell yourself. The
Yeah,
biggest lies are the ones you tell yourself, and maybe he tells
look,
himself.
I do agree. Lewis does suck, but I'm here. I'm doing it, and you're.
And you could say all you want. We're not going anywhere. We're
Yeah.
not going to be pushed
Mm,
away.
And I
Well-
suck so bad that mods ban Armando. How does that feel? Sorry,
Kick
I
him.
just had to.
No,
This is more like
Paige,
it. Lewis
take care of
relax.
that guy. Paige,
Lewis,
take care of
Lewis
it.
does not suck. Lewis is awesome. I watched
Thank
Lewis
you.
on Popcorn Planet, and he can really stand up to Andy. He's so where Andy starts going off on something, and Lewis is right there. And most of the time, I think Lewis, you win the argument. I mean, it's really amazing.
No. Hey,
Clip
ladies
this.
and gentlemen, if you
Clip
stop
this.
seeing me on Popcorn Planet,
You're gonna give me
No.
a
So
drink too, man.
Lewis does not suck. I'll tell you that for sure.
you know the key is you keep your hands up, chin down, you bob and weave, you bob straight, jab,
Stick
and
and
then
move.
before you know it, I got Andy on the ropes. I'm doing the body shot, the body work right there. I'm focusing, moving down. The key is to winning any debate is flying like a butterfly, stinging like a bee.
Mhm.
So I
That's
heard
what I
somebody
do.
saying about the Casey Anthony that the nanny did not win the lawsuit.
No,
she did.
No, so there was no nanny. There's no nanny. Casey made all of this up. She said that Zenaida Gonzalez was the nanny and was responsible, but there was no nanny. And so Zenaida Gonzalez, that lived in the apartment complex where Casey was trying to, take the cops, oh, the nanny lives here. The actual Zenaida Gonzalez that lived in the apartment complex actually was not even involved with the Anthonys. Is that correct? Am I saying that correct?
Yeah.
Yes, you are absolutely correct. She had the only thing that poor woman did was go into that rental office and fill out an application for an apartment and filled out a card.
Yeah.
And that's all she did. And that poor woman was dragged into it.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, if this would have happened nowadays, Casey would have been more criticized for picking a Hispanic name than what she allegedly did, right? People would have
Exactly.
been like, "You racist!" It's like, never mind what happened with the daughter. That would have been
Yeah.
another layer to it, because it's like, yeah, just blame it on the random Spanish name that comes to your brain, girl. Good one.
Yeah.
The entire lies should have disqualified her from like winning anything. In my opinion, it's almost like a cartoon parody, if you ask me, right? Like the lies.
It was a mountain of lies. And
Yeah.
even though the jury couldn't find her guilty because they didn't have the evidence that they needed to, connect her to her daughter's death, the mountain of lies, I mean, there were no other suspects, number one. Two, when they did find Kaylee's body, which was in an advanced state of decay, all the evidence pointed to the Anthony house. The body was found about 2 miles away from the Anthony house.
No, half a mile.
Half a mile, even closer, just around the block, really.
It was around the corner.
Yeah, right around the corner. And okay, so coming back with George, you kept asking me, why did I bring up George?
Yeah, that's really what I would like to get
talk about George.
Yeah.
So I don't think, he did a lot of interviews. And like you said, he did he was attempting suicide from a motel room, and he wrote a suicide letter, and he was claiming this is all my fault, but that doesn't mean that he killed the child. He just thinks the whole situation, because the buck stops here, he's the father figure, so he was blaming himself for the whole situation. But I think that he's not guilty of murder, but he's guilty of enabling her bad behavior. And here's the thing is, nobody really knew the child was missing until the mother called 911. George never called 911. Why didn't George call 911? It was the mother. It was Cindy who called 911.
George was at work, though, Sarah. Janie. George was at work. He did not know.
Okay, but it's like Cindy was the only one with the alarm bells going off, and George was just standing by behind her.
Realize. Well, okay.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I agree with you on that.
So let me tell you what I think George did and didn't do.
Sorry, I just want to say, Sarah right here, Sarah Johnson, Lewis does drugs. No, I don't. What do you mean? Sarah's probably the person we banned and put it with another name. Man, just so you know, these people have to subscribe to this channel to do that. I'm so. This is the ultimate compliment that you have to make up like IDs and get banned. But let's do something a little special for Sarah here. All 200 people here. Report this person for harassment. It's on the right-hand side. They will IP ban this person. So if all 200 of us complain, this is harassment.
Where I can't find. I think Paige. I think Paige hit her.
Okay.
No,
the next one that comes in, report them for harassment.
Okay.
They are going to come back.
Okay, right here.
Yeah.
Report. And
I do my
harassment or bullying. Okay.
Bag.
Yeah.
the only drug that Lewis does is caffeine, I think.
Yeah,
Right?
but is that a drug? Well, you know,
It's a drug, yeah.
if I have a headache, I do Motrin,
Yeah.
and stuff like that. I do sometimes take sinus medicine because I have like, you know, asthma a little bit and stuff like that. Cough drops. I don't know if those, but yeah, man. Thanks for the trolling. That means community. We're making it somewhere.
Maybe she was drugged out when she tried to spell her last name because Josh.
Oh shit! Oh my god! What did she write? What the hell is that, Josh? All right, but let's move on to Martine. Thank you. Did I pronounce that correctly to your satisfaction, Brandon? Martine.
Martini versus.
It's Martine. It's Martine. Lewis.
Okay. Well, thanks for the community. I always learn something new here, and you all put a smile on my face. That's the entire point. I feel less alone here in Belgium, dude. Thank you for that. There's no reason why you should feel alone where you're at. So I heard it's a beautiful country, and you're thanking us, but we're glad we could give you some escapism and some you know, feeling welcome in this community and stuff of several hundred people. We're blessed as well, and everything. And yeah, I'm sure you have a great personality. So just go out there and put yourself out there, and I'm sure you're gonna find friends besides us as well. So you can add
and join us all the time.
Yeah, join us.
We'd love to have you. Come online too. Martine.
Okay, hearts. All right.
Yes,
Sorry. Okay, here we go. We're still talking about George.
Yeah, George. Okay, so I want to be clear. I don't think that George is a bad person at all. I don't think that he had anything to do with Kaylee's death, or I wouldn't say that he didn't have anything to do with covering up. There's a lot of steps that had to occur. For example, and I know he was at work, but maybe he kept a secret that he should have spoke up instead. I don't know. I wasn't there, but I just feel like he was kind of enabling her bad behavior. He didn't speak up as much as Cindy did. And then there was the issue about when they found Kaylee's body in the woods. So he had been communicating with the, I guess it was an electrical worker who's the one that found Kaylee's body.
Meter reader.
So,
right,
this has been over 10 years. So, please correct me if I misspoke or anything.
I gotta say, we're also, it's weird. This is still evolving. So I'm sure there's not someone that knows every single detail. Like, for example, look, a lot of people don't even know who Rob was, and I feel like he's an important tool in getting down to the bottom of things. And I'll tell you why. A lot of people think that Casey is acting while the cameras are on, and per this documentary or interview or whatever the heck Peacock had, whatever they're calling it, she does act when the camera's on. Well, guess what? Rob Dick was hanging around with her when the cameras were off, when her defenses were off. So I think, again, this guy's underrated. And I'm going to put his link in the comments so you guys can check out that video after.
Yeah.
But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay, no, I mean, Casey is a liar. She's a pathological liar. She'll be lying on camera, off camera, and there's people who believe her. And I think Cindy and George, her parents, believed everything that she said, because they couldn't possibly believe that she would be anything other than the perfect child. So that was their only daughter. And so they wanted the best for her, I'm sure. But I think they covered up. I think they protected her too much. I'm not saying they covered anything up. I think they protected her way too much. And so the whole thing went on way too long. By the time they found Kaylee's body, it was advanced decay. It was basically bones. I don't think there was any flesh, or if there were flesh,
nothing.
There was no flesh. So they just
a little bit of hair with the duct tape was still attached to the mandible and by the hair.
Yeah. So the duct tape they proved came from the Anthony house.
They did.
The trash bags they proved came from the Anthony house.
They did.
they proved that the computer in the Anthony house had search history of how to kill with chloroform or something like that.
That's correct.
So the suspects would be anyone who lives in the Anthony house. That would be Casey, Cindy, George, and the brother. I forgot his name.
No, Lee did not live in the house.
Lee did not live in the house.
No,
Okay,
he did not live in
so
the house. However, I'm going to pivot what you just said about the computer searches. They're time stamped. George was at work.
yeah,
Cindy was at work.
yeah,
The only person who was not working in that household was Casey.
yeah. And then the histories were deliberately deleted to hide something, right? So I watched the whole trial. It was a very great, the prosecution laid out everything very carefully. And I really thought there would be a conviction, but there wasn't. And it's because they could not connect Casey to Kaylee's death, and they could not figure out how Kaylee died. And then Casey's lawyer is like, this could have been an accident. This is your reasonable doubt. It could have been an accident, as crazy as it sounds, and Kaylee died by drowning or whatever. And then Casey freaked out and then made it look like a kidnapping. And the jury bought it. And so that's what happened. But George and Cindy continued this media blitz. So they were giving interviews. They were getting paid for interviews. It was very strange to watch. George was connected to a bunch of groups that wanted to continue to search for missing children. George was collecting money, donations for all of these things. This is back when Kaylee was still missing. And so they were like, we're going to look for Kaylee, but she was dead the whole time. I just feel like the family knew that Kaylee was dead, but they were going along with it because they were just trying to cover up for Casey. This is just my opinion. I don't know, but that's how I feel.
Well,
So
look,
it was,
here, I will say this, and they did, the fact that they were trying to say that she wasn't pregnant, lying to save face, the fact that they had a graduation party when she didn't graduate, just to like make it look like she graduated and the family was in on it. That's teaching your child, a kid, that lying's fine. Who knows what else they did? So she may have taken it to the ultimate extreme at this point, right? With what she did, or what people believe she did, right? So there is a weird pattern where you got to teach your kids. Your kids are like sponges. They grab everything the parents do. The first, you're with them 24/7. So if they see you as a liar and you're like, it's cool to lie and everyone's in on it, then it's like you're training a monster that, this time it's about fake graduation, but the next time it's about the daughter.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, the
Now,
apple doesn't
Paige
fall
brings up a
far
good
from the
point.
tree.
Paige brings up a good point. I would call 911 if one of my kittens went missing. Correct.
And she would.
I can't imagine not calling if my missing child. And Paige, I'm going to add to that. She was AR'd allegedly when she got pregnant with the child, and she didn't call 911. The child was missing. She didn't call 911. But when she was at a club or a bar, and a woman was dating the same guy she was, or some kind of lover's quarrel like that, threw water on her. Guess what she did? She called 911. And I'm laughing because it's so ridiculous. She calls 911 for somebody spilling water on her, but doesn't call for the other thing. So that is just weird.
Yeah, that did not make national news, but it did make the news all over local Florida here. And we were like, too bad. Well, we're demonetized, so I'm going to say it. Too bad it wasn't acid. Well, yeah, but yes, she had water thrown in her face. Again, over a man clubbing at a bar.
Well, look, and of course, look, we're of this opinion because Casey, you're watching. I know you are because you're watching. I know you are. So I would love to invite you here. And the reason people are like this is because you're in front of a camera and it's staged. We're not going to stage you. You're just going to, if you have the truth will always win. Mic up. We'll send you the link. You come on in here and,
And I'll be fair. And
yeah, we'll be
open-minded.
fair. Yeah, it's all good.
I won't pull a Nancy Grace on you, Casey. I promise you, I will not pull a Nancy Grace on you.
Yeah.
So keep
So
that.
come on
mind.
in, guys. Tag, ask her. On you 200 of you, call in. Go ahead, tag her. I know she's on the socials and stuff like that, and say, hey, we would like to invite you here. You will have no music in the background because that's iffy. It makes you look like it makes it seem like they were purposely trying to set a tone with the interview. We're not going to be paying you, but of course, the payment is
Don't
that
pay her.
when you're vindicated, people won't bother you anymore, and that should be good enough for you to come here, right? Because you want people to think what they think.
You know,
Oh, we win.
earlier, Lewis, I did propose to Lucy about not Lucy, Julie, about
You proposed to Julie? What did you accept?
about
I did actually. Yes, I did.
All right.
About
Well, where's the
Kanye,
marriage?
about-
We'll have the marriage
Would
between
y'all have-
Julie and Brandon.
Would
Yeah.
y'all have Kanye West on y'all's show?
I just don't know what to ask Kanye West. I didn't even follow him when he was not canceled. I'm not. It's like I think the guy's a freak. He's uninteresting to me. I don't know why people like that. It's like.
And
I
you
don't
know
know.
when they were mentioning Lex Friedman yesterday on Andy's show? Did you know?
Hey, look! I think they got a new account. Look.
Mm. Oh yeah, just Johnson, Craig C.
Guys, I gotta. This is a disclaimer. No, I'm not with Amber Heard. I'm not. She asked me out, and I said no. You're not my type.
But you're vegan.
So there we go. I'm
Oh,
not with
yeah,
her.
I'm vegan, dude.
Do you think that Casey Anthony might have hired some kind of a weird PR firm, just like AH did, to come onto the socials and try to distract from the messaging that we're sending? Or maybe she will.
I don't think she's as. I don't think she's as wealthy as Amber Heard is, or has that much of a. I actually, because I think it's been such a long time that people forgot. Like I said, the narrative when she picked out like a random Spanish name to accuse, that would have been bigger than what actually happened to her daughter right now.
I thought she'd be Casey Zimmerman, like George Zimmerman.
Yeah. What?
Both Florida crazy people.
Hold on, let me mute this guy. Hold on, let me mute him. Hold on, where's he? Nah, just kidding.
You can mute
right.
me. My dog's barking. Sorry.
It's fine. Well, we're gonna wrap up the show right now, but I do have another call to arms. I always have call to arms. Okay. Right now, I'm gonna share this link, and this video has been, of course, demonetized. It's our video with Rob yesterday. So the algorithm, what does that mean? That means that we don't get paid for that video. Well, we do limited, right? Very limited, which I don't care, which is okay. But the worst part is the algorithm gets oppressed because YouTube doesn't get paid as well. So since they don't get paid for the video, they don't show it to a lot of people. As a matter of fact, last night I was looking for this video and I couldn't find it in the search engine. So we're going to combat that right now. I want you that after starting now, click on the link I'm dropping in the comments and watch. Give this video a watch. Give it a like, and also comment on the video below. There's only 23 comments right there. Share it and everything like that. Could you guys do that, please? I know you can. But look at that. Yeah, from yesterday. All right. There you go with that, guys and gals. But I want to thank everybody. Julie, thank you very much for coming on in here.
Thank you for having me as always.
All right, Brandon.
Thanks
Thank
for
you very
having me.
much. And thanks for your insight on the case. And we'll be back tomorrow. And don't forget, do you have anything else to say, Julie? Or
No, I don't. Just everybody have a good just have a good evening and mind your words, mind your actions, be kind.
And Lewis, you keep fucking up the show. Stop it. Do what I say. I know better than you.
I
Nerd
do.
out.
I